Hello, welcome to Mary's Corner. Mary's Corner is that special little space that we have kind of carved out of our life. Especially we Redemptorists have carved this out to speak to you about the Mother of God, especially about the icon of our Mother of Perpetual Help. There are many, many elements in our Catholic experience that has Mary as a focal point. For instance, we have many, many titles of Our Lady. And those of you who are my age or older will remember the litany to our Blessed Virgin Mary, where there's many titles of Our Lady: Help of the Sick, Refuge of Sinners, Spiritual Vessel. But one of the most ancient titles given to Our Lady is that of the Ark of the Covenant. Now, a way of understanding the Ark of the Covenant, or trying to follow this imagery with me, is to look at the image of our Mother Perpetual Help. The image of the icon of Mother Perpetual Help has as its form and shape the idea of the Ark of the Covenant. Now, to understand that a little bit, we probably have to get an idea, what is the Ark of the Covenant? The Ark of the Covenant was that special reality that existed in the people of Israel. When they left Egypt and went for 40 years wandering in the desert and finally come to the Promised Land. When they get to Canaan, the Promised Land, then God starts developing the people as a nation. And how He kept His presence with the people, how His presence is with the people of Israel, was in what they call the Ark of the Covenant. So the Ark of the Covenant was covered with gold. These elements were inside the Ark, and on top of the Ark, there were two angels that bowed towards each other in the middle of the Ark. And in this center part, where these angels were bowing down, in that particular groove, if you will, you picture in your mind, was what they referred to as the mercy seat. It's the place where God dwelled, where God would encounter the people of Israel. If we look at the story of the Gospel of Luke, where we have the Annunciation story, the Visitation. In these two narratives in the Gospel of Luke, that's why it's so important for us as Catholic people to read the Scriptures. And they're very easy to read. The Gospel of Luke, of course, you know, has the most written about the Blessed Virgin Mary. Now, when the Ark of Covenant was coming to what they call the tabernacle, which was a built tent area like surrounded, more permanent, that was towards Jerusalem in David's time. David goes out and goes up to the hill country, and he sees them bringing the ark down. And David says, "How is it that the ark of the Lord should come to me?" We see that same dynamic going on in Luke's Gospel when the Blessed Virgin Mary, after the Annunciation, it says she goes in haste to the hill country to visit her cousin Elizabeth. Do you see how this is all coming together? When Elizabeth sees Mary, she says, "How is it that the mother of my Lord should come to visit me?" And then it says that the baby in her womb leapt for joy. Mary is this new Ark of the Covenant, because inside her dwells the Word of God that was being developed. In her womb was the incarnate Word of God. Early fathers had this tremendous understanding and this idea that the whole universe containing God, the God who could not be contained, no limit, God was all embracing. What could not be contained, the fathers of the church would say, what could not be contained becomes containable in the womb of Mary. So this great presence of God becomes flesh in the womb of Mary. So Mary becomes this spiritual vessel, this vessel of honor, this Ark of the Covenant.